Yokoso, Xbox Cloud Gaming Show. Yes, welcome to the Xbox Cloud Gaming Show with me, your host, Clive Illenden. I hope you are good. I hope you are all well. In tonight's show, he says, banging the mic, in tonight's show, we have massive news on a Halo Infinite update. We're seeing more touch controls coming, especially to some Japanese games, which is very, very interesting. All this and much, much more in, of course, your Monday dose of Xbox Cloud Gaming with me, Clive Illenden. I think it's time to hit the titles. Hit the titles. How are we all? As I said, I hope you're good. I hope you're well. I've had a good gaming week, really. I've really been enjoying my gaming in a way that I've sort of not for quite a while. And I think I've discovered the kind of games I really like, which I always knew I quite liked, but there's not been games I'd played quite like them. So I've always liked narrative-driven stories, or stories with nice clear campaigns on an epic scale, that kind of thing. So I always remember I quite liked I loved the Tomb Raider games, and I loved the opportunity. I played them all on Xbox One previously before Stadia, but when they came to Stadia, I loved playing them again on Stadia. You know, the puzzles, the action, the story on a grand scale. I do love those big AAA type games, and I'd kind of forgotten how much I'd enjoyed them. I played through the whole of Halo Infinite in the cloud. So Halo Infinite campaign, completed it, mate. And entirely in the cloud. Did I have issues? Yeah, inevitably. But I would say 95% of the whole, no, probably more than that, 97%, no issues. Played it through, and it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. But I tell you what I have been enjoying. In fact, before I get to that, let me know what games you've been playing. It doesn't have to be on Xbox or anything, a bit whatever. Where have you, and also let me know where you've been playing. Oh, in the toilet. No, I mean on what's, system. Have you been playing on Xbox, GeForce Now, PlayStation, PS Now, whatever it is? Or my Steam Deck. Have you been playing on your Steam Deck? All of that. Put it down. I'm interested to know what games you've been playing. There's been interesting games that have come out recently, especially on Xbox, Games Pass for the cloud. And so I'll come to it. The game that I've been really, really enjoying is Plague's Tale Requiem. And that's why I kind of mentioned Lara Croft, because there's kind of a real Lara Croft vibe to it, with the puzzles, the kind of action, the stealth. It looks beautiful. The scale. Oh my God, the rats. Oh my God. I thought they were joking when it said there was 300,000 rats on the screen at one time. No, that's no joke. A hell of a lot of rats. But the game is really good. I'm really getting drawn into it. And I've forgotten in a way, that these are the games I really, really like, where you can relate to the character to a certain degree. There's a good story, interesting puzzles, make you think, and make you feel like, oh yeah, big brain, work that out, got a big brain, love it. Bit of action, bit of stealth, bit of frustration. I mean, oh my God. Halo Infinite, how frustrating was that, trying to beat the final boss? But it's so addictive. You just, I was so close. Oh, I nearly had him. I had her, as the case may be, in Xbox Halo Infinite. But you just keep going. It's the addictive nature of it. But it's the story in Plague's Tale that I'm really particularly is drawing me in. The character, Amica, what what a great character she is. Very reminds me a lot of Lara Croft. That's no coincidence. There's a lot of echoes there in that character. Strong female gaming character. Looks a bit similar actually, with the kind of braided tails and all of that kind of stuff. But a great game. Let me know if you played it. I played it all the way through. I'm really enjoying it. And I tell you what else. I dipped into Battlefield 5, Battlefield V. I played Battlefield 1 on the Xbox originally. And again, I was emotionally drawn into the characters. I know a lot of people like just with Battlefield and stuff like that. The detail and the history kind of just washes over them. They just want to go bang, bang, shoot, shoot, and play the multiplayer game, like a glorified PUBG. But for me, playing through the story was a real emotional journey. So I thought I'll just crank up Battlefield 5 to remember, just to remind myself of the kind of the scale of those sort of games. And the opening sequence, which introduces you to the world of Battlefield 5, so, World War II, whatever, and the different campaigns, theatres of war that you're going to take part in. And it's kind of epic film trailer-like opening sequence. I'd forgotten that games can be on that kind of cinematic scale and draw you in. And I personally really like that. And I just think it's a real shame that sort of a lot of those elements are kind of just dismissed by a lot of gamers, as I say, who just want to go shooty, bang, bang and play in the multiplayer bit. Don't really care about the kind of the story or the character or whatever. And I just think the amount of work the developers have put in to make it creatively, the cinematography in it. I mean, I know they're only games, but the cinematography into it, the direction, the acting, all of it, brilliant. Anyway, there you go. There endeth my TED lecture on narrative-driven, emotional games. But that's what I've been playing a lot, as I say, on Xbox. But it's really kind of rekindled my love for those narrative-driven games. And I have to say, hats off to the Asobo. It means playful. I think that's what that means in Japanese. My partner was telling me. Something like that. Playful. Asobo. Anyway. Hats off to them. Great. I never played the first Plague's Tale. I remember Rock mentioning enjoying, the Plague's Tale, the first one, quoting it as a great game with a great story and everything quite a while ago. But I never played it. So it's really nice to be able to sort of delve into this game and get that Lara Croft vibe and all of that. But anyway, let me know what you've been playing and all of that. Let's see. Let's jump into chat. We'll have the news, of course, later and all of that, and some interesting questions as well. I saw a tweet by Tom Warren just before I went live, and I'm going to be sharing with you that later. He raises a sort of philosophical business question, gaming business question about PlayStation 5 and PlayStation and Xbox. We'll come to that later. But let's, as I say, oh yes, a special treat as well for you guys for being here live right now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That's your rare achievement, yeah? Your rare achievement for watching the Xbox Cloud gaming show with me. Well done, you. Anyway, let's dive into the chat, see what you're going. They are. Look, I've started at the bottom here. Suarez, they are already podcasts. The first 2 episodes should be on your favorite podcasting app. Certainly they're on Spotify. They're already on Google Podcasts. Should be on iTunes. And they're on Anchor FM. So, yes, Suarez, they are definitely podcasts. I created a brand new separate podcast for it. Jerome here has been playing Dirt 5, The Surge, and Atari 2600. Now, it's interesting about Dirt 5. for all the good things about Xbox cloud gaming and Xbox Games Pass, which I do like, the one thing that is still true and that I criticised it for, and one of the great benefits of Stadia and Stadia Pro, Dirt 5 is one of the titles I think is leaving, or has left, or is leaving Xbox Games Pass. That is a. I didn't think it really bothered me, me, even though I thought it was an advantage that Stadia Pro had. Yeah, it does. There are quite a few games. We'll come to it. We'll come to it later. Actually, the games that are leaving. Just it's useful to look at, and that is a. So in terms of the pros and cons, Xbox cloud gaming, I think the cycling through of titles is a con, not a pro. Oh yeah, hit the likes. Thanks, Jerome. Always there to remind me. Hit the likes because I like it. YouTube likes it. They really do like it, and it helps people like you find great content like this. And if you are new here, yokoso, arigatou gozaimasu. Hit that subscribe button, toggle that notification bell, then you'll know when I go live with content like this, and you too will get a rare achievement for watching the Xbox Cloud Gaming Show. Yeah. Right. Jerry's in the house. Hello all. Liam, hi. Good to see you. ER Gaming. Evening chat. Even chat. Yeah, we like an even chat. I think you mean evening chat, but we know what you mean. Said I was listening while working. Which is a podcast. Suarez likes the intro. Thank you, Suarez. What do you think the correct prize will be for Keystone? Price. Any more than 50? Yes. I'd say any more than 50 quid. Yeah, I think you're right. Let us know in the chat. So Keystone being the rumoured device, the sort of dongle, the streaming dongle that Xbox are, well, it's not rumoured, they are working on it. It's just they said they put it back in the oven to cook it a bit more. So the rumoured sort of streaming dongle, whether it's a dongle or a little device, I hope it's not a device. I want it hidden away, in the back of your TV, like a, Amazon Fire Stick. But more like like a Chromecast Ultra type thing. You stick it in the back. It's hidden away. That's what I like. I don't want it on display. Minimalism. That's why I like cloud gaming. Minimalism. No big boxes, But yeah, keep it at 50 quid. No more. I think you're right. I've been playing on Series X, flipping between Forza Horizon 5, Flight Simulator, and The Crew 2. Excellent. Scorn. Now, I haven't started Scorn yet. And I'm hearing good things from that. A game from Rock has been saying good things about Scorn. So I don't get that much time to play, but I must admit, I tell you the bad thing is it's drawing me into late nights again. I thought I'd got over that. But the last week or so, and I was been meant to be recuperating from having a bit of touch of man flu, but ended up going to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning because I'm stuck trying to beat boss level on Halo Infinite or run away from rats on Plague's Tale. Bit of Worms on Stadia and then Fortnite. Still playing Stadia. Good for you, ER. Can't bring myself. And I've got so much to distract me on Xbox at the moment. Game Pass. Oh, the one with the rats. Yeah. Hey! Gaming Cyborg in the house. Takes two with my wife. My wife. Yeah. That's cool. I haven't played Take Two yet. Hey, Angry Poultry Games. How are you? Liam as well. Battle 5 looked awesome. I did hear a lot of complaints. Looks great to me. I tell you, it looks great to me. It's epic. It is epic. We take these things for granted. I forgot the kind of epic scale. I think Modern Warfare as well, people saying cinematically it looks really good. I saw some people moaning about the lackluster campaign, but I love those sort of games. Although I'm not forking out 80 odd quid to play Call of Duty. Finished playing Lake. Never got round. Never finished it. I'm still posting letters, Albert. Will I ever? Is it on Xbox? Will I ever? I've got so many. I mean, I tried everything on Stadia, really. No, I didn't actually. But because there were so many Stadia Pro titles. But it did give you an opportunity to try things you hadn't tried before. And Games Pass does that. And I'll come to it. There was an interview with the Yakuza studio director talking about Games Pass. And we'll come to that later and have a conversation about it. Hey! Ray's Coffin is in the house. Big up Overwatch 2. That's what I've been playing. Of course you have, Ray. Of course you have. Favourite character, Ray. This is not Ray the Cyborg. This is Ray's Coffin here. Just FYI. I know what favourite character is. It's Moira. Yeah? Swag. I hope you hit the thumbs up there, Ray's Coffin. That's all I'm saying. Give me them Xbox coins. Exactly. Do you like that, Rays? Yeah? Do you like my little achievement? You do need to find the podcast, Suarez. Look for Xbox Cloud Gaming Show and see how you are. Look for it in Spotify and let me know. Liam, I'm good, thank you. I've come off the back of a touch of man flu. Not hardcore man flu, just a touch of man flu. Sort of annoying man flu rather than proper full-on man flu. I think I'm through it. It doesn't help I do late night shows like this. But I think I'm through it. Touch wood. Forza Horizon 5. Better game than that. Hey, Forza Horizon 5 is a great game. It feels... I tried Forza Horizon. I'm a big fan of Forza Horizon. Well, you know, like I'm... When I say that, I mean like starting from Forza Horizon 4, the one that's set in the UK. But I've played Forza Horizon 5 on Xbox Cloud ages ago when it first came out. Just wanted to see what it looked like. And that's when I realized that Xbox had really improved the standard of their cloud streaming. It was so much better than I'd remembered it before. Because Forza Horizon 5 looked amazing, even though I was streaming it via the cloud. It looked great on Xbox. It's such a good-looking game. Oh, you're playing Dirt 5 on Luna. Okay, well, hopefully not. It's Let's Play. Thank you. I think it was like Playful. I couldn't quite remember. It's interesting because the word Lego means... And this is a coincidence, I think. It was just coincidence. Means play well. And here is Asobo. Asobo means let's play. Thank you, Yoshida, for correcting me there. See, you learn. I told you, we inform, educate, and entertain on this show. Fallout 76. I never... Oh, you can't see it. I was about to point to my little... Vault Boy. I've got a little Vault Boy with his wobbly head. I've got a real one. Not a boy in the vault with a wobbly head, but the Vault Boy. I can't quite reach the box. I found it a bit sparse, to be honest, and I wasn't entirely sure what I was doing. I did play a lot of it when it first came out. I'm out of town, so when I get back home, I can get Xbox funds. Okay. Keyboard and mouse coming to Xbox, but not heard anything for a while. There is a list, because I was looking at the mobile games. There is a list of, I think, keyboard and mouse games. Maybe that may be Xbox games on PC. I don't know, but I did see a list. I was looking for touch control games. But I did see reference to keyboard and mouse. So hopefully it's coming soon. Hey, Sean L., how are you? Good to see you. It is on Xbox. Good. Is it? Oh, do I have to buy it? I'll check it out. Ray's Coffin. There's Overwatch 2 reference here. I've been loving the Moira slander online. It's very coming from a good Moira player who can actually blame healing and DPS. Back to Diva, tank lover. Yeah. Well, I am. I've forgotten the character now. Lucio. I'm a Lucio main. I love playing Lucio. And when I found out I wasn't as good as I thought I was as Reaper. Is this your full-time job? Oh, Sam, imagine that. Look at the audience numbers. That'll tell you. It'd be good if it was. Hey, well done. Suarez has found the podcast. So this show is available as a podcast. Not this one yet. The show in general. Episodes 1 and 2 available on your favourite podcast channels if you want to listen at leisure. Believe it or not, Dirt 5 doesn't look as good as the Stadia version, but it plays better. That's interesting, Jerome. Or on Luna. This is on Luna, presumably you're talking about. Anyway, so that's the early bird chat and all of that. I think it's time for Clive over in the news studio to catch up on all the latest when it comes to Xbox Cloud Gaming. So, Clive, where are you? Over there. Are you ready? It's over to you. So it's over to Clive in the Xbox Cloud Gaming Show studio, news studio. Over to Clive. Clive, over to you. Thanks, Clive. Welcome to the Xbox Cloud Gaming Show news for the 24th of October, 2022. Halo Infinite has a winter update coming, and it's a big one, and some claim it could be a second launch for the game. This free update is released on the 8th of November and adds the much wanted and long delayed campaign co-op mode, meaning you'll be able to play through the story campaign with up to 3 friends. This was a mode that was originally promised would be available at launch, but got postponed like many things. There's still no split screen in sight though for couch co-op fans. Also coming is Forge mode, which allows players to make their own multiplayer maps, with quite a high degree of complexity by the looks of things offered with the tools for this. It's going to be quite interesting to see what people can create. In the multiplayer side of the game, the changes are less significant, with XP for just playing the game, which basically means it's easier to progress without having to grind through specific challenges. It's great to see these significant updates coming. Whether it breathes new life into Halo Infinite, we're going to have to wait and see. And 343 Industries is promising more to come next year. It seems Xbox is updating the user interface on the Xbox Cloud Gaming app to bring it much more in line with the general Xbox experience. This is as reported by Tom Warren of The Verge. Currently available for Xbox insiders, the user interface shows Find Friend features and the big one, chat features coming, and more options for your appearance online, etc. And it's much closer to the standard user interface for Xbox users, so it's great to see them aligning this for cloud users. More cloud-specific features now, with touch controls. Xbox has been offering game-unique touch controls, so those are touch controls specific to each game, rather than just generic touch control for all games. Certain games, when played on mobile, suit a more bespoke touch control approach. Well, it seems Persona 5 Royale is taking that bespoke nature to another level with 5 unique touch control layouts for Xbox Cloud Gaming. You'll see a different layout depending on the game scenario. The layouts will vary between exploration, cutscenes, battles, shopping, and the minigames. It's great to see developers put this thought into how the game can be optimized to play on mobile with touch control using Xbox Cloud Gaming. More and more peripheral companies are jumping on the cloud gaming bandwagon, and this time it's Turtle Beach, makers of headsets, who bring their cloud gaming offering in the form of a cloud gaming hybrid controller. This is the Xbox Recon Cloud Hybrid Controller. Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Designed specifically for Xbox and cloud gaming. The Recon Cloud combines Turtle Beach's signature gamepad design, exclusive audio features, well, they are a headset company after all, with wireless for mobile gamers and wired capability if you just want to use the controller for Xbox and Windows PC. The Recon Cloud's adjustable phone clip securely mounts all compatible Android phones, nearly any sized phone apparently, even in its case. which is pretty cool. When the Recon's Cloud phone clip is detached, it can be used as a convenient tabletop stand. Being this is from Turtle Beach, the audio brings additional features, including when wired to PC or Xbox, with superhuman hearing, as they call it, to hear enemy players before they see you. EQ presets to personalize sound, controls for game and chat balance to find just that right mix, and mic monitoring to ensure there's no more yelling at others. You could connect to any Android device running Android 8 or above, as well as compatible Windows PCs using its low latency Bluetooth technology. And it's not just limited to the Xbox Game Pass library on mobile, as you can also play any controller-supported games on GeForce Now, Stadia, apparently, Steam Link, and many, many more. Now, it's currently retailing at £90, which is quite high-end for a controller and clip, but in fairness, it does look like a fairly decent all-round controller. It's not the only controller for mobile they do, I notice, as they also have the more interesting-looking Atom controller, which is coming soon. So watch this space when we have more details on this one. And there you go. That's the Xbox Cloud Gaming Show news for this week. So it's back to Clive in the studio. Clive, it's back to you. Well, caught me unawares then. I was like I wasn't ready. Right, quick question. Have I ever used Shadow? Yeah, I have. Ages ago. When it sort of first came out. So it was sort of still, I was sort of in beta. So there were a few issues I had it. Not with the streaming. The streaming quality was amazing. Just connecting some peripherals. Had some initial issues, but yeah, but it was just too expensive as a concept there, Sam, really, for me. And I see the thing is, I think there's a, there is a user case for it, but it wasn't for me. But not being a PC gamer, really. I like things to be like a console, even if it's virtual and in the cloud. And Wolf DK, just to quickly say hello. Yes, Boosteroid is actually legit. If you've seen my review, if you're here because of my review, then welcome. Thank you for coming and watch me live. And if you've not, then check out my review. I shall be doing a draw. I was meant to be doing tonight. I'm doing a draw for some Boosteroid codes so people can try Boosteroid for free for a short while to see if it's for them. But it is legit. Yeah. It is legit. I'm sort of saying it's like loosely because I think it flies under the radar in the way that I don't think PC game publishers are that bothered about it in the way that they were bothered about GeForce Now. And that's why certain games aren't on GeForce Now. But those same games that aren't on GeForce Now, if you own them via Steam, Epic, Origin, whatever store, library, whatever, you can play them on Boosteroid. So that's so yeah, it's legit. Anyway, I just thought I'd fill you in on that. Right, some interesting news there. One of those. Let me know if you've sort of played Halo Infinite and what you think of it. Obviously, it's for a flagship title for Xbox. And Games Pass and all. This is what Games Pass is all about for Xbox. This is why they spend all the money on the big developers and publishers. That's why the Activision Blizzard deal's there. It's so they can put giant marquee titles like this into their subscription library to generate subscriptions. And Halo never really quite lived up to the reputation that was sort of preceded it. Everybody expects Halo to be, amazing. I had a great fun. I like Halo. I like the gunplay. It's pretty repetitive. It's derivative. It doesn't seem to be doing anything new. Not like, the first time you played Halo, I remember on the OG Xbox, blew me away. It felt like this is something new. This is taking us places we've never been before in terms of gaming. This is amazing. Now we're at Halo Infinite. It's like, meh. But I quite like that kind of game done well. And it is done well. It's just, it's not pushing the barriers of creativity, I would say. But it's great to play. I mean, be able to kind of use your what do you call it? Your gauntlet thing, and jump, knock people out and jump up into kind of levels and stuff like that, and the guns. Love it. But what I think is really cool, and what is a shame they didn't have it, is that co-op campaign gameplay that they're bringing in with the winter update. The winter update is coming the 7th of November, I think Clive said in the news there, 7th of November. So a couple of weeks it's coming, and it's free as well. There's massive DLC and it's free, but being able to jump in with a fire team. I mean, even when you play the campaign, it says Lord Kensal is the leader of the fire team. Well, yeah. One is the loneliest number. One is the loneliest number, because there's only one person in your fire team, because they don't have it yet, do they? But come November the 7th, you can bring friends at last, up to 3. But it'd be quite interesting, I think, playing some of those campaigns, or getting a fob base, as they're called, on those fob bases, with your mates in a kind of Destiny 2 style. That's kind of missing from the game. You have it in Outriders, being able to sort of team up with some mates and just do a mini mission. I quite like that. I quite like that idea. So that's interesting. I wonder if they'll be adding more story and stuff like that, but we'll see. The other thing as well is that touch control there coming to Persona 5 Royale. Somebody asking here about, I don't know whether there's any indication that there'll be keyboard and mouse support or even touch controls on the console version of Football Manager 23. But back to touch controls. So that's for Persona 5 Royal. I want to say Royale, but it is Royal. Persona 5 Royal. 5 different types of touch control depending on what you're doing in the game. So the fact that they've thought that through, rather than, I said, just to do a generic touch control, just think about designing the touch controls to suit the element of gameplay that you're dealing with, especially in a kind of a game like Persona 5 that has different types of gameplay. I think that's really cool. And you've got to bear in mind, this is not exclusive to, the game is not exclusive to Xbox. So this is a multi-platform game, released on the Switch, on the PlayStation 5, Xbox, and yet specifically for Xbox, they've made these very specific touch controls. I think that's really interesting. The other interesting thing is it's a Japanese game. And before I went live, there was a notification from Xbox popped up on my phone, and it says, "We're taking even more games into World Without Controllers, confront new challenges with touch controls in Persona 5 Royal, Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch," Japanese game, and Danganronpa 3. I know Ray's Coffin is a big fan of Danganronpa 3. All available in Games Pass, of course, and all have touch control. And all Japanese games. And not only that, they're all from different Japanese publishers. So one is Sega, one is Bandai Namco, and I can't remember what the other one is, but they're all from... So you've got multi-platform games, all from different publishers, and yet they've taken the time and investment to add touch controls specifically for Xbox Cloud Gaming. And I think that's kind of interesting. And it's good to, it's good to see. The other thing is, we were talking about, titles leaving. Here's some titles leaving. Let's just quickly go. Oh, I haven't. Silly me. It helps if I actually put the page that we want to see. Play News Studio. Ba-da-ba. Yeah, look, here we are. Apologies. Pick the right one. There we go. Right, here we go. So, leaving Games Pass, and I think this is that's the games coming. So it's not Dirt 5, I was wrong, it's Dirt 4. So these are all leaving in October. Some of them are left already. Dirt 4, Dirt Rally, they've left already. Blood Roots, Echo Generation, Into the Pit, Ring of Pain, Sable, The Good Life, Alan Wake, Backbone, Base Master Fishing, Non-Guns Doppelganger Edition, Project Wingman. So these are all leaving on the 31st, this lot. Project Wingman, Second Extinction, Sniper Elite 4, and The Forgotten City are all leaving. So that's just a heads up on the titles that are leaving from Xbox Games Pass. And you'll see that these are all cloud so all the ones leaving that haven't already left. Alan Wake, cloud, Backbone cloud, Basemaster cloud, Non-Guns, Doppelganger cloud, Project Wingman cloud, Second Extinction cloud, Sniper cloud, Forgotten City cloud, all going. But on the other side, remember towards the end, with Stadia Pro, a lot of publishers and developers said they really liked, especially smaller ones, really liked the Stadia Pro business model because they found that games that might have flown, if their games might have flown under the radar, they got more attention because all the subscribers jumped on and played them. And so it gave them a nice little, income because of the Stadia Pro business model. Well, and arguably, a similar argument is being made here by the director, the Yakuza studio director, praises, here it is, Yakuza studio director praises Game Pass, says it contributed largely to the series' success in the West. Ryuga Gotoku studio director Masayoshi Yokoyama has talked about the massive success of the Yakuza series in the West in recent times and on Games Pass. This is an interview in Twinfinite. The series producer was asked about the successes the series has had in recent times since they went multi-platform. That helps, mate. Personally, he says, so this is the director saying here, personally, I do think subscriptions like Game Pass, allowing people to play the previous games over the years, have contributed largely to the increase in the audience. And that's an interesting parallel with TV. When we, I mentioned before, I work in TV. I acquire, rights for a new up and coming, say, series for our SVOD service as streaming service, not SVOD service, as streaming service. And at the same time, we make sure we acquire the back catalogue, all the old series, because people, on Netflix or whatever, they like one series and they like to binge watch all the other series. And Games Pass is a great opportunity to discover a game and then go, oh, there's prequels to this game or sequels to this game that I've missed. And I think this is what the director of the Yakuza is sort of talking about here, is that it revitalized the whole series. They were close to sort of giving up on Yakuza, apparently. It's available to play on Sony's Game Pass competitor PS Plus Extra, Games Pass subscription through xCloud, PC and Xbox consoles. Once upon a time, the sales of the franchise were so low that Sega started to stop translating them into English for the West, while they continued to release new Yakuza games. But it's quite interesting that the director here is citing Games Pass as a way of, helping people, especially in the West, discover Japanese games that may have been released, years ago previously in Japan. And then you just, enjoy Yakuza Like a Dragon, and then you explore the other games in that series. I know, I was a massive fan of Judgment on Stadia when it released on Stadia, but never got a chance really to play Yakuza Like a Dragon. But now, of course, I'm focused on Xbox cloud gaming. Yakuza Like a Dragon's in the cloud. I can give it a go. Give it a go. Just want to share that bit with you. Although, one thing I must admit about my experience so far is I was showing Xbox cloud gaming off to somebody who came round to the house. I thought I'd show them. And it just so happened at that time, don't know whether my son was, overloading the broadband or whatever, it looked awful. And their reaction, her reaction was like, oh my God, this is awful. Terrible. Not like Stadia. It's terrible. And, it just so happened that, we caught it when it looked, the V-Sync was going, the pixelation, it looked terrible, which is a shame because I'd managed to play, say, 90% of Halo without any issues. But when I do have issues like that, and it's very frustrating, or it's quite sensitive to other people in the house being on the internet in a way that Stadia wasn't, it does make me I was almost tempted to download Halo Infinite. I'm trying to avoid it. I want to stay loyal to the cloud and play it in the cloud. But when xCloud doesn't work, there is part of me that goes, I'll just get another Xbox Series S. And I'll just download the games that I really want to play. I can't be doing it with these moments when I want to play and I can't because the kids are both playing Overwatch 2 at the same time while having Discord on and watching Netflix all at the same time because they can multitask like this apparently. And I never really quite had that issue with Stadia, not on the same scale. So yeah, I wonder whether that's sort of 4D chess by Xbox. It'll give you a taster of the games, but not so that you become so, you take a cloud gaming for granted so much because it's so wonderful that you never bother buying a console. They maybe just remind you by making it pixelated and unplayable just briefly. So you get frustrated and you go, if I'm on that level, I'll just download it and I'll just invest in a Xbox. 4D chess, I don't know. Anyway, so here's a question though. If we move to a world where PlayStation 5 has its app, you can download on smart TVs and on similar devices and media devices like an Xbox. Xbox has its, app you can download onto smart TVs, streaming sticks and media devices like PlayStation. Here's a question. And this is a question posed by Tom Warren. Do you think, he says, we will ever see an Xbox app on PlayStation and a PlayStation app on Xbox? So this is in their streaming apps. In their marketplace, where you can download apps, you can download Netflix, download Amazon Prime and other things onto your PlayStation or onto your Xbox. You can download Apple Music. If the app is also available in the store, could you download your Xbox app one day onto your PlayStation and download your PlayStation app? You sort of streaming app, PlayStation Cloud app onto Xbox. Could we see that scenario? Let me know what you think. It's an interesting question. I mean, maybe not now, but maybe in the future when apps are, more... the game streaming apps are more kind of prevalent. And equally GeForce Now. I mean, it's just, I don't know what app store they use. They have their own app store and therefore deny entry to GeForce Now and Xbox or PlayStation or whatever the equivalent is. Just a philosophical question there to put you when it comes to gaming and apps. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, time for... let's go to the chat, see what you've been chatting about while I've been chatting. As ever, not much there. There we go. Right. I'm excited about Luma coming to UK. Will it ever come, Suarez? Oof. Yeah, I think we are relying on, in a way, xCloud to drive the user base. And like as we've seen with the mobile controls and those that they're adding to games and stuff like that, and the update to the user interface to bring it more in line with a Xbox experience, specifically for cloud. They're making these constant tweaks. They just need to improve the reliability. I mean, they've got the games. I would say it doesn't quite have the reliability. I'm lucky because I think it's reliable enough for me not to be too annoyed by it. And when it works brilliantly. It's great. I love it. When it doesn't, it's a pain in the butt. Finding games and we know what lower place leads to. Exactly. Thank you, Internet of Games there, yes. Yeah, I'm not sure Luna will make it. I mean, Amazon maybe just unlike Google, may just keep it going, on the low key and just bide out the time, which is what, in fairness, which many of us thought Stadia were doing. We all recognized it didn't quite have the epic earthquake effect that maybe they thought it did, but they went away, rethought about it, and we thought, they'll just keep it on the low until the market's ready for it, rather than just take it out the backyard and shoot it in the face, which is what they did. But I think Amazon Luna probably won't shoot it in the face. They'll just keep it on the low burner until the market's ready. Yes, I have. I was going to do a video on how to set up Discord, integrate Discord into Xbox. Originally, I thought, who the hell would want Discord on Xbox? But actually, I came across a perfect user case. My daughter and her friend were playing Overwatch. Her friend doesn't have a headset, so they talk on Discord on the phone. So she has the phone by her side. She's got a headset on for the game on here, but with the headphone half hanging off, so she can hear on the phone. And I thought, that's the user case. She could just, instead of using game chat, she could use Discord, have her gaming headset on the Xbox, while her mate is on his phone on Discord. Just because he doesn't have a headset shouldn't make it difficult for everybody else. Grapple hook is the word. Thank you. Indeed. It is the word. Hey, Chariot Man, how's it going? If anyone likes driving, Dirt Rally 2 is great. Get in the driver's seat camera and give it a go. Interesting. Yeah, Dirt 5 is fun. Rally 2 is more sim-like. Yeah, no, I'm more of an arcadey one. F122, something nerfed in normal. Yeah. I don't like... Yeah, I prefer a more arcadey racer. It's going to get creepy when you ask visitors to turn off their phones when they come to your house. I have multiple screens going on when I play games. Yeah, most people do. It depends whether I'm playing on the computer and then I have Twitter by the side, or if I'm watching on a big TV. I guess I've got my phone by my side. But if it's a good game, I'm drawn into it. Yeah, I'm drawn into it. Ultimately, if it's a good game. Why is my chat just... I'm just going to go to my chat studio. I should really do that in the studio rather than do that live, so I apologise for that. Try out Gravel. It goes on sale for about $3 and plays like Sega Rally. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, 1,000 jobs went in Xbox, right. Yeah, no, Microsoft making redundancies. This is the fact. This was... This is not just, Stadia was impacted by the massive economic downturn in tech. stock that's affecting Meta, it's affecting Microsoft, it's affecting Google, even Apple. So seen their share price drop. It's massive. And, you know, any low-hanging fruit that's not performing, we saw what happened to Stadia. I still strongly believe that if the economic turned out, if they could accommodate Stadia, even though it wasn't performing at the level from a business point of view that they wanted it to, if the economic circumstances allow them to let it just continue, I think they would have done that. But yeah, I think the fact that, you know, Microsoft have made these big announcements about redundancies is indicative that there is a massive global economic turndown, and it's impacting on gaming companies as well. The irradiation as opposed to the eradication. Exactly. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. I think I've covered off all the things that I wanted to cover off today. Talked about Yakuza. Talked about mobile touch controls. Oh yeah, one more. Actually, I want to talk about the Turtle Beach controller. Let me know what you think about the Turtle Beach controller. It looks quite good. I quite like having a separate controller that you can use as a controller on your console or on your PC, but then also click into a grip and use on your mobile. Not that I really play on the mobile, but there are certain games I don't mind playing on the mobile. The pass the time of day. But big epic size games, I can't be doing, that are designed for the big screen, a bigger screen. I can't be doing on a mobile, really. Yaya Manure, do you know who won the giveaway? I will be doing it. I was going to do it tonight. If I have time, I will be doing it, and I will post it. This is in regard to the Boosteroid giveaway. If you want to try be in with a chance of trying Boosteroid, I have some codes to give away for that. I shall be doing a draw. Get yourself over onto the Boosteroid review. Subscribe. Well, if you haven't already subscribe to the channel and put a comment on that video, the Boosteroid review video, and you will be entered into the draw. Struggle Boxing says all major chip makers have lost up half their value in 1 year. Nvidia, AMD, Intel. Exactly. It's had a big impact. Anyway, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, a special thank you. Rare achievement unlocked for all of you for watching. I've been Clive Illenden. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see you same time, same place next week. Let's make a date. See you then. Or will you?